she's just spinning him. That was a burnout. She just she just spun him. Didn't even want to put the power down. Welcome to another quick drive video. In today's video, we're inside of the 2018 Ford Focus ST, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing, is this thing still relevant? Now, the reason why I bring this up is because the Focus RS has basically been in the headline as far as the Focus world goes, because it is the top dog of the Focus. So obviously, with that being said, it's going to get all the attention. It's kind of like how the Mach 1 was still a thing back in 03, 04, but also you had the Terminators in 03, 04 that were basically taking all of the spotlight away from Mach 1, which is still a phenomenal car. So like I said, basically I want to figure out if this thing's still relevant, because the Focus ST is still a pretty fun car. It definitely has a lot of power. It still has all the great looks. Just starting off with the outward appearance of this vehicle, you have those nice daytime running lights up front that I really do like. I think they look really cool and nice and clean and just really make the vehicle look more elegant. And then of course, going on with the wheels right there, I do like the stock wheels that come along with this vehicle, and it is kind of rare for some people to say, but I do feel like the stock wheels for this vehicle, you can run those for a long time, rather than with some vehicles, you're getting wheels right off the bat because it just looks so awful, like the stock V6 Mustang or the stock EcoBoost now for 2018. A lot of people will probably get rid of those wheels right away, but with these wheels, I really do feel like they're nice, and you can keep them on the car for a long time. You don't really feel embarrassed with those wheels. Also, speaking of the appearance of this vehicle, like I said, with this being ST, it doesn't have all the add-ons like the RS does as far as appearance goes. So up front, you do have that small ST badge that I do really like. The only thing that I don't like about it is I do really feel like it could be bigger, just signifying that this is an ST. I feel like they really could have done something more for the front end of this car, but it still does look nice. And then moving towards the rear of the vehicle, this is also a part of the car that I'm really a fan of, especially with that nice spoiler that you have back there with the RS and the Focus ST. But now what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to go ahead and put the car in first gear and take it on a drive here. And this car does have 250 horsepower, so that is a decent amount. And actually, with it being 27 degrees outside, I don't think it would hurt. This is a front wheel drive car, so we're going to take traction control off. I think I can handle it. And we're going to see how this thing puts the power down in first gear. 250 horsepower, 270 pound-feet of torque, and here we go. Lag, and we're spinning. Okay, wow, it literally spun all the first. So that's what you get when you have 27-degree weather outside right now and you have front wheel drive, and that wasn't actually much torque scare, just spun. And of course I did take off traction control, like I said. I'm gonna go ahead and put that back on. Did spin a lot there. That was pretty fun. It just basically roasted all the first gear. Now the first thing I'm gonna talk about was driving this car is the 6-speed manual transmission. I do think that it is really easy to drive. I could definitely see someone using this as their first car, especially if you're learning. This would be a great car. The clutch is really easy to use. The shifter is a little long, but I'm sure you could, the aftermarket for this Focus STs and the Fiesta STs and the Focus RS, basically all the performance Focuses have a huge aftermarket support for them, especially with Cobb. Honestly, that's where I'd probably go for my tuning and whatnot. But honestly, you do have some really nice power here. That 270 pound-feet of torque is really what I'm feeling, and it does feel nice. And then 252 horsepower, that feels great too. I mean, and you don't really feel like it falls on its face compared to like the EcoBoost Mustang. This, I feel like really does keep going all the way to the top. I'm gonna go ahead and downshift here. Let's go with a second. Yeah, see, with this EcoBoost, you actually pull all the way in the top range compared to the Mustang. It falls more on its face. And this is the 2-liter EcoBoost engine, and the Mustang has the 2.3-liter EcoBoost. So, there are little different engines platform-wise and whatnot. But overall, I definitely do feel like in this vehicle you have a turbo engine, at least what most people would think of when they think of a turbo engine. Power higher up, and your turbo lag at the beginning. You definitely are still experiencing that. And the overall experience with the sound, it does sound pretty interesting in the cabin. Let's go ahead and do another pull here. Gonna go ahead and shift into third, and so you do have a nice little induction sound. And wow, we actually did get up to speed really fast. I didn't realize how fast we're going. Really refined ride. Wow, okay, that was surprising. But overall, the sound is pretty decent. It does sound like there's a little bit of induction noise and whatnot. I really do wish there was more exhaust noise, but that's honestly what I feel like I've been saying in all my past reviews. I just feel like everything's too quiet from the factory now. of course, different people, like I said, you can go to Cobb and whatnot. There's tons of aftermarket supports for these vehicles. You know, some people may not like an aftermarket exhaust or something that's louder. You know, they don't think 4 cylinders need to have an exhaust on them, but you know, these things you can make sound good. A couple more things to note about the Focus ST. Now, I am in the base model, so the seats that I'm sitting in, you know, they're decent. They honestly don't have too much bolstering. Now, some people do say that the Recaros that are an optional, they do have too much bolstering, and you know, if you're a bigger guy, you know, you're basically not going to be comfortable in those seats. So some people actually may prefer these, but I guess it would be nicer even if they came in leather, but this is just basically your base seat, so really not that nice. It does have the ST badging in the middle of it, so I do think that's pretty cool. But overall, the interior of this Focus ST is pretty basic. Like I said, this being the base model, it's what you would expect. So you of course have your screen behind your steering wheel, and that's displaying simple information like your 2 trip computers. Then of course you have information about the vehicle, and then your settings like your my key, and then of course you have your sync system right over here to the right with your radio, AM, FM, and whatnot. And then of course here you have your air conditioning controls in here. Very basic, you know, it's what you would expect. Like I said, the Focus is basically Ford's, you know, more affordable car and whatnot, so you do have a lot of plastic also in the interior. It's not really the best place to be, it's not the nicest or anything, but it is livable, and honestly, you know, it's really affordable. That's the biggest thing with this Focus ST, you know, that it's going to be affordable fun. So we're going to go ahead and get on the back roads here and see how this affordable fun handles, see if it can really, you know, still be fun even though it's coming at a cheaper price. Woo, this thing does like to spin. Probably has to do a lot with the temperature, but man, oh man, oh, woo. All right, so it definitely does feel solid on these roads right now. Not too much body roll, and wow, I really feel like I can put this thing anywhere where I want it to be. Like that I really feel like I can push this car too. Like, this is what people talk about when they're discussing usable power. 250 horsepower in a car this size, you know, the way everything comes together, and you really feel like you can actually drive this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and downshift and in a second, and wow, I just went into that turn flat out and just, oh, that is fun. This is a fun car. You can literally use all that power and you don't feel like you're going, you know, too fast or too slow. Definitely that was really fun. I've never driven a car like that to where like I feel like I can put my foot down all the way in the turn like I just did, and you know, the car just rotated perfectly. Then of course, and then on the straightaways you still have fun like I'm having now by spinning the tires. This is a really good balance of car right here. Like I said, on the back roads, you know, those turns that I took right there, it felt great, and now on the straightaways, you know, it's still handling like a monster. You can just put your foot down and you don't feel like, you know, like I said, this is usable power. I can use all 250 horsepower of this. Oh, that feels good right there. This is a really nice handling car. I'm gonna go ahead and downshift going into this turn. See how the brakes are. That's pretty good. And woo! That felt great. I literally had my foot down all the way and I went straight out of that. Wow, that handled nice. I am genuinely impressed with how this thing just handled. It really did surprise me. Like I said, I don't think I've ever driven a car so far that can really, you know, like I said, be usable with all the power. This is definitely a perfect balance. You know, it could have a little more with the tune and whatnot, but honestly, you know, it's not like if you kept this thing stock, you would be fine what you get. And we're gonna do another roll on the gas here, first gear. And like I said, you're having all this fun spinning the tires, and then you can still use all the power. Wow. This is a great balance. I am really impressed with the Focus ST. This is my second hatchback that you have, that I have on the channel. Now, I also have a review of 2 GTIs, a 2017 GTI, and comparing this to the GTI real quick. I don't want this whole video to be a direct comparison, but this car is faster. It does feel faster. It feels better, in my opinion. Now, I don't know about actually on paper which car is faster, but you know, this Focus ST is definitely more fun. I think the gearbox in this car is easier to use, and just the power, and it's more of a driver's car in my opinion. You know, the GTI, don't get me wrong, it was definitely a nice car, and of course I have the one that was tuned by APR, and that was a fantastic vehicle as well. But this thing just really feels solid on the roads. I can use all the power. You know, I can only imagine what the RS would feel like. You know, a better handling, or better everything really about this car, which, you know, yeah, there's room to improve. There always is on any car, but honestly, you know, like I said, I feel like if you left this thing stock, you would be happy. And then of course, once you go modded, you're going to be even happier. You know, gonna go ahead and do one last roll on here. First gear, spinning. Not much torque steer at all. Definitely a really fun car. You can just lay all this power down, really gets you up to speed. You don't feel like you're missing out on anything. But I think to answer the question, is this car still relevant? Completely, definitely, all the way. The handling is still great. You know, they've been out for a while, I think since around 2013, maybe 14, somewhere around there, and you know, they're still completely relevant. The power is great. It's a great balance. It puts a smile on people's faces. And you know, of course the RS is going to be a different price. You get a whole another car with that, all-wheel drive, drift mode. But you know, if anyone's thinking that the ST isn't going to be enough for them, I'm here to tell you that you will definitely have enough with this car. It's amazing. The gearbox is amazing. The power is fun. It's hard to stop doing that. But alright guys, I'll catch you guys in another video. If you like this video, go ahead and drop a like. Go ahead and tell me in the comments what you guys think of the Focus ST. You know, would you get one if you had the option to, or would you just go for the RS and the RS only? Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys another day.